Hello. Greetings and good evening. Excuse me. I right before I transitioned the screen, I opened the mic and immediately I had just like swallowed some gamer subs down the wrong pipe. So one moment while I rectify that. But hello. Hi, Rix. Lizard indeed. I hope you are having a good enough night, Rix. And if not, I hope that we can help you have a better night. We are currently traversing through the warp. There's a bunch of things in this area, and we just seem to be uncovering more stuff. So I think a lot of what we're going to be doing, especially tonight, is just traveling around and trying to figure out what all there is here. So it hurts due to injury and can't talk for 3 days. Oh no! Oh, well, I mean, I hope it doesn't hurt too much soon. Sore throat sucks. I am definitely not a fan, so you have my sympathy. Alright. Let's fight some void ships, shall we? We've gotten a few upgrades to the ship, but only a couple, so I'm very curious. No, got hit in the throat with a chair. What? Excuse me? Run that by me again?
Their efforts will be for naught.
Okay. Alright. So we have to protect this ship. So which ones are going first? The ones on this side. Long story short, kids in my class got hit and went throw a chair, guy didn't like hit me in the throat. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Can I extend the range on this far enough that I can hit anything? No. Okay, in which case... this'll do. Oh, thanks for doing the shout out, Sass. Also, hi, Sass.
This one's going down.
Okay, low chance to hit. That's okay. Can we hit with any of these weapons? No. So we'll just hit with this. Oh, actually, wait. I think we might be able to barely... Okay, I think if we do a shallow jump, we can just barely hit you with the starboard.
Fire right now!
There we go. And then we'll release a torpedo right here. And we'll protect the starboard. I guess that'll be all we do for now. Oh wait, no, we can shoot again. That's right.
Another salvo!
I forgot it's only 2 shots. Okay, unfortunately they are going straight for that ship and it does not seem to have any shields. Ooh. Okay, thankfully it's going for me, which is fine. I don't think they can get in range to do anything. No. Alright. So first of all, let's control the torpedoes. And try and have it start turning around. And that thing's turn. So let's shoot at you.
Leave their hull strewn across the stars.
Alright, that one's down.
This one's going down.
Ooh, that one's almost down. We could turn that way, or I think we just do the new heading. Because new heading lets us do a much bigger spin. We can't quite shoot those guys, but we can drop off another torpedo.
Onward.
Alright, that one's down. Then we'll drop a torpedo this way. And we'll do port side this time. And the turn. That's fine. So we took out 2 of the ships, so there's only 2 left. And I think they're still going... Yeah, they're still going for the big one. Oh, I don't think we're going to be able to save you. I'm trying, but... No, there's no way. You're about to take a bunch of damage. Oh, maybe. Okay. Let's go this way. Ooh, actually, wait. Perfect. Excellent. All right, dorsal guns fire on you.
Fire the last batteries.
Perfect. And then I think we can just fire on you. And then, do I have another? No, I can't reload. I'll just release another torpedo here. And then, can I do a... No, not quite. I can't quite reach. That's okay. What we'll do is we will just fire directly at you and see if we can draw your attention. If I turn this way, is there any way for me to... No, unfortunately there's not a way for me to hit with both guns, so I think I just go this way and just fire directly into them. Alright. Oh, I can reload.
Bleed them.
Okay, it's not enough to kill you. But it is enough to do damage to you. Let's do 4. Alright. It's fine. If they shoot at me, it means they're not shooting at the other guy. I don't know if this one's going to be able to... No, this one's definitely going to turn around and shoot that thing, isn't it? Oh! Oh, it didn't have enough space. Ooh, okay, perfect. Alright, this blows up that. Alright. So let's go this way. Let me warp forward. Perfect. So we'll go to here.
Lay in the course.
And then we can just do all of our shots from both the prow and the dorsal, and then also the starboard guns. Didn't even need it. Excellent. And we didn't lose the extra ship. A new message from Master Scalander, Lord Captain. This time he's not reporting yet another attack, but the alleged location of one of the Xenos leaders. Achilleus' aides have reported that said leader will be heading an attack on the Paradise World Gruntis. There's one catch. The planet belongs to Caligos Winterscale, another rogue trader. Master Scalander noted in his message that responding to a distress call is unlikely to be considered an incursion into someone else's territory. The governor of Gruntis will most likely send out a call for aid the moment the raid begins. And if your void ship happens to be nearby, no one will question your reasons for landing. Okay. Lord Captain, we have received a Vox message from the rescued vessel. The ship's command sends their inordinate thanks for your assistance and reports that a shuttle has been dispatched to deliver something to our ship. It seems the captain has decided to personally thank you for saving his hide. As soon as the transfer takes place, the ship will depart the system. I imagine they're worried about the integrity of their hull-riddled bucket and want to get as far away from this perilous system as they can. We received a special shotgun. Neat. Okay, well, let's repair our hull. And then... let's see. Next upgrade is at 305. Or we could upgrade RAM. Let's do the RAM upgrade. We still haven't been able to actually get a successful RAM in. Alright. In which case... back to the warp. Okay. Where was that? Was... Eldari survivors. That's stuff I need to do. Call for help from Grantis. So the problem is we simply don't have the knowledge we need to traverse all of these locations. And we haven't actually gotten a location here yet. Maybe we have to go here? Okay, so this is on Janus. That's fine. We have a bunch of uncharted systems. Now we just need to slowly make our way down this way. Eye of the Magnetic Storm. Okay, hang on. So we have contracts and rumors. Let's do some of these things. Secret of the Godless. So we exchange profit factor for provisions. No. Adamantine for chemicals and people. Tempting. Profit for food. People for profit. No, so this is selling people into slavery. We don't want to do. No. Okay, so there's no contracts that we actually want to do right now. This one, potentially. I just want to hold on to my adamantine. It's acting like I... Oh, I guess it's going to show these until I actually accept the contracts, but we're not going to accept all of those. Curiosity Merchant mentioned an explorator tech priest he had known but lost contact with, and a cyber beast equipped with an unusual protocol. Perhaps the rogue trader will be able to track him down in the system. Speculo. Apparently we need to still talk to Cassia about the events of the meeting with House Orsilia. So I guess let's do that. Oh, we had level ups that we haven't used yet too. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that before we forget. Okay, so intelligence we do need for our casting. I think I'm going to keep putting points into strength for now. Actually, wait. Let's get to 50 intelligence before we keep going to strength, because there might be some breakpoints that care about having intelligence. Alright. Deterioration. Critical healing works, which is cool. Warp saturation's pretty good. Oh wait, I now am the level that I can take Psyker Terminus, so let's just take that. Is that both buffs are like psychic abilities, and it also specifically buffs our weapons, because we're using one of the weapons that benefits from psychic power. Okay, so we've gotten ballistic skill. I don't really see a reason to raise our weapon skill, to be honest. I know it's telling me to raise my weapon skill, but I don't think I need to. I think instead we raise agility. Okay, this is just a common talent, so... let's see. I guess we could just give +5 to our ballistic skill option. May I ask, why do you always leave your mold lines on? Are you talking about on my my pictures that I've posted for my 40K stuff? Also, hi, Michael, on the YouTube side. Supposedly, Twitch is making it so that there's less of a problem with multi-chats, so maybe in the near future I'll be able to more easily have a multi-chat to display on screen, instead of having me only seeing the YouTube one on my side screen. The reason why is because I'm still very new to 40K, well, relatively speaking. So I have the tool to remove mold lines, and I have been removing some of them. But I sometimes have trouble removing some of them carefully. And I have a bunch of Grey Knight stuff, so I will, eventually I will have ones that don't have the mold lines on them. But if you're talking about the most recent one, I think... Hang on, let me double check that picture, actually. If I remember correctly, that's the one that had the one that had the strike team Marine, right? Who was facing off against the Necrons. See, I swear I posted another one where love how the washes catch on the mold line. It's a personal touch. Yeah, like I don't mind it too much, because, like, you know, from a distance, you can't really see that. So, but so far, at least, I've enjoyed it. The one that got away. Yeah, well, so some of the mold lines are really hard to remove. So, like, yeah, let me see if I can... I have to save this as a separate image to be able to do this. Okay. Let me see if this might work. Let me see if this works. Oh, okay. It did work, but it's very large. Hang on. So one of the problems that, first of all, this is some of my my painted paladins that I have, or terminators. And one of the things that you can see in it is there's the bolter, like the storm bolter that's on the arm. The mold lines on the storm bolters are extremely hard to remove. Cause like they're very, very small. So like these I assembled like a year ago, actually over a year ago, because I got these ones. This is whenever I was first getting back into it, and I got some for Christmas. So there's definitely a bunch of mold lines that you can definitely see. But I don't mind it too much, because like the thing that I care about is that they are in like the poses that I like and the color patterns that I like. But I did try to start removing mold lines off of some of my newer pieces that I've done. But it's really only been like some of the newest ones that I started doing that. And even then, a lot of them still have mold lines on some stuff. All of my, I noticed it whenever I was actually trying to paint some of them. All of my interceptors on their, the little like spokes on their backpack, they have, they still have some of the plastic from when I snipped them off, because I thought I filed them all down and I didn't. So some of them are not completely cut down, which I could fix, but I don't really mind that much. Like about your style, though, who knows the mold line, man. I feel like that's a weird thing to be known for, but you know, that's fine. Okay, let's see. So what can we give her? So Promethium treatment is not useful. Solid projectile weapon attack gain +2 minimum damage. That's not that useful. Let's see. Liturgy of Insulation. Oh, we should probably take that on we should take that on Pascal, because we constantly are shooting each other with that. Oh, forgot to charge my headset. Oops. Some more arc rifle stuff. Arc rifle stuff. No. Okay. Litany of Purification. Max wounds increased by 3. No. Okay, so we could get a characteristic training, like a stat training thing. Ooh, heavy weapon proficiency. Yes, that is what we want. Okay, before we do anything else, heavy weapon proficiency means that she actually has the strength now to wield a multi-melta. So we're gonna switch her melta-gun for a multi-melta. Yes, good. I try and follow this game with you and others, and I just cannot keep up. That's fair. I think part of it is just identifying.
Let's go gambling! Oh. Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it!
We do indeed sometimes go gambling. But yeah, I think part of it is just like learning what traits and like things you want each character to do. Change your YouTube name to Moldline Acewood. Not at all. Not ever, in fact. I guess we could just raise her willpower. Okay. We're going to keep taking warp features because every one of these actually benefits some of the other ones too. I am just going to take... by the end of this, we're going to have taken all of these, I feel. We'll just take tonicity, even though I don't think we have a great staff yet for this, but when she does, it'll be nice. Okay, perception. Your perception is not very good. Maybe we raise your weapon skill? Yeah. And then... Bloody Mess, we just do 10% crit damage. Ooh. Let's do Open the Veins, actually. Because that means, if we apply her debuff to enemies, then we can also apply more stacks. Which is nice. Alright. He might need to keep raising his ballistic skill. And then we'll do his intelligence next time. The thing is, I don't really want to invest in arc rifle perks because we're trying to not have him use arc rifle stuff. We actually want him to use plasma stuff. Can I have him take up a melta weapon? Actually. And use persuasion, coercion, and commerce based on intelligence instead of fellowship. Interesting. Let's see. 5 MP in the first round. Yeah, let's take filtering protocols. And then we'll give him... We have a spare melta weapon now, so we'll switch him over to the melta weapon instead of the arc rifle. Your let... I think we just raise your ballistic skill, right? Your perception is pretty high. Now let's keep doing ballistic skill for now. Critical damage dealt by this character's Eldari ranged weapons is increased by +6. That's pretty good. I'm sure you regularly collab with Midwinty Minis. I have not done any collabs with 40k stuff at all. Also not sure who that is. I haven't paid too much attention to some of the, like, mini content creators. Besides, there's a few artists that I follow, but I don't think they stream. Let's just do deadly accuracy. Okay, so that's our team of 6 that we're using right now. We'll level these guys up if we ever have to actually use them, but until then, not gonna worry about it. All right. Where is... Oh no, we need to go here. Cassia.
It is so fortunate you have come. I admit I was seeking you out myself. After the events on Dargonus, it felt like an anthracite grey mantle had dropped on my shoulders. I spent a long time thinking about our very first meeting and what happened next. I cannot wait to shake off this dreary color.
Oh.
It was very naive of me to follow in the footsteps of the man who raised me in a gilded cage. And I was deaf to the needs of my own house. But you opened my eyes. As the future Novateur, I must gain wisdom to restore House Orselio to its former glory, no matter the cost. Thank you. It will be an honor to keep guiding your vessel through the Sea of Souls, for as long as the needs of our dynasties are aligned.
Aw.
You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain.
Yeah, you never mentioned this Starway Atlas.
I would never reveal this secret to an outsider, but you have come to my aid more than once already. The Starway Atlas is a sacred artifact of House Orselio. It helps our navigators chart a course through the warp. This crystal, I mean, the Atlas, has been inside me for as long as I can remember, giving me strength. But the others... I noticed the renegades in the palace were choked by ashen ghosts of despair when we met face to face. I swear the ghosts were reaching for their atlases.
I see. So the Atlas is some kind of crystal that's implanted.
But my Atlas is much more powerful than the others. It's the Atlas of Tisiphone herself. That is what people have whispered behind my back my whole life, although no one knew for certain. But I always suspected. I simply did not wish to admit it to myself.
Certain navigators seem to fear the Atlas's power.
Certain navigators in my house have tried to kill me more than once. But the tales of Tisiphone's brutality, I am beginning to wonder. What if they are all true? What if I will be a new tormentor to those who serve me?
You said you wouldn't share your secret with just anyone. Does that mean I am someone to you?
I didn't. I only meant that... I am at ease in your company.
Your heart stutters. A searing heat envelops your shoulders, throat, and chest. Your brain grows foggy. The by now familiar influence of Cassie's powers is intoxicating your mind more than usual. She looks away, a subtle blush blooming on her pale cheeks.
Thank you for listening.
Okay,
I have enjoyed your company.
alright. So that's taken care of. Means that we can go back this way. Alright, so we need to go... We can make it dangerous, but that's the best we could do. Go to Omicron. What's this? The magnetic storm raging above the planet blurs the gaze of augur arrays. Only truly powerful diviner machines may see through the currents of magnetic functions in their blessed vigil and discover the mysteries of this emperor-forsaken planet. Oh, that's right. I have to come back here once we get like better augury equipment. The best we could do is make this less dangerous. Acewood. Is it true you add green stuff to your mold line to accentuate them? I am still playing around with green stuff, so I can neither confirm nor deny. Since the very start of the warp jump, rumors of ill omens have been widespread among the Voidmen. Sudden deaths among the crew, ravaged corpses, jagged shadows lurking behind the bulkheads. A Terran day later, the mystery unraveled itself in a most heinous manner, an attempt on the rogue trader's life. The question of how the Drukhari Xenos came to be aboard the ship will have to be pondered some other time. Right now, the Lord Captain has to fight for his life. I see. We have borders. Ill-advised.
Follow my lead.
Where are...
Acquisition is possible.
Okay, disarm the trap, please.
Never doubt me.
Take a knee
Oh, there we
and
go.
bow before me.
Give me strength.
Alright, Cassia, you'll be here. Myself, I will be here. Argenta, you can be... I guess here. Hibala... Put you over here. Pascal, you can be in the front.
My Auspex has detected something.
Actually, wait, hang on. We'll put me in the front. You're let over here. Alright, Cassia. Let's put the front lines, like, right here.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a
here.
job for the serfs?
And then, lacking a better place to put this thing, put this one here, I guess. Only joking, I've not seen your minis, but I'm sure they're great. I figured you were joking. But yeah, no, I have only started actually doing, like, painting in earnest within the past year or so, and I haven't painted that many minis yet. So, they're okay. I spent a weekend painting a Crucible character that's a Nemesis Dread Knight, and that was, like, the biggest thing I've done so far. I don't have vision on you. I guess we can just shoot you? Okay. What if we were to... Okay, I can only draw them if I can see them. So...
If I may? I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Alright.
Not a problem for me.
Easy. Crack grenade blew up. We could jump onto that trap, but it seems ill-advised. I don't think we have anything else we can do here, so we'll just end that extra turn. I guess I could Zone of Fear you as well.
I can't stand it.
Emperor, protect me.
Oh yeah, if they all clump together, this is going to be very satisfying.
Quick!
I can handle this.
You sure about that?
For now.
Wow, there are a lot of them here. Okay, Kibala. Do your job.
I bring mercy and retribution.
Flip here.
I will not die in dishonor.
Oh, good catch, Sass. I was in the middle of banning them as you banned them.
as the tenants demand.
Okay, he's gonna die on his turn. We can't quite reach you, so we'll end the turn there.
Protect me.
Do they only have knives? They seem to only have knives. Oh, I didn't even see you up there. Move to here and just start putting everything on the sniper.
I sense something nearby.
Alright, so that's... Hold the bold. Do this. Do this.
I understand your intent.
Alright. Die.
I deal death with my hands.
What a pleasure.
Killed an enemy with 100 damage dealt by one attack. Excellent. We could get a free attack.
This tedium is beneath me.
Okay, let's mark both of those and then just Wild Hunt, I guess. Let's do this and then Wild Hunt.
My heart sinks with the thrill of battle. Hear you moving.
Wow.
No more.
Brutal. I thought it didn't do anything for a second, and then it just instantly killed them.
Doubt is
here?
for the weak.
Nice. Switch weapons.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
And then get... Aim at you.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Nice, nice. Reload. Alright, let's heal you.
Oh, too easy.
I guess
Nothing
sure we'll
I
buff you
can't
too.
do.
I could get to over here.
Suits my
Let's do
purposes.
this, actually.
Nothing of value has been lost.
Alright, got you. We get you.
Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
Alright, let me switch to our gun, kill you. Which just leaves the one guy who will die on his turn. I guess we'll just move into range and kill him. Oh, I forgot about you.
Function successfully terminated.
There is only death. Yours or mine.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Easy enough. Is that everything? Oh no, there's one more. Oh, two more. Two more up here. Wow. I missed three more. I missed so many of them.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Just put those on everybody. That's not gonna do anything. So we'll just do this and then end the turn. Cassia, can you give an extra turn to Argenta?
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I can hit them. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and activate steady superiority, so we get extra attacks. Alright. You don't quite have the range to use the melt-a-gun, but that's fine.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
We don't actually need it. And then... use that. No, let's just reload. We'll end the bonus turn. Shoot through the cover to hit you. And I guess we'll buff Pascal. I could fear them, I guess.
This way.
I'm so afraid he
I'll
blew
do what
up.
it takes.
I see. Kibla, do the thing.
I will leave footprints of scarlet. As
Let's do
honor
this.
holds an offering of blood.
Instantly blows everything up. Cool. Toxic knife. Interesting. We don't need them, but that is cool. Alright, what did you have? Long splinter rifle. It's a Drakari thing, and then Drakari armor. I guess we'll hold on to those.
I better myself through my service.
Anything else over here? No. Alright. Works for me. Alright, we're actually at the system now. Drifting void ship. Alright, let's scan the system and then we'll check out the void ship. Adamantine, but a very small amount. A small human dwelling stands on this barren, deserted planet. Scouts report that an old hermit lives here, who spends his days in prayer to the Emperor. Ask the hermit for a blessing. To the Lord Captain's surprise, the old hermit turned out to be a navigator, and when the old man discovered the noble status of his visitor, he willingly recounted his tale. He had retreated to this planet long ago, back when he was still in his youth, after he had realized that his mind would not withstand frequent forays into the Immaterium, the realm of the archenemy. The hermit spoke with pride about how he had worshipped the Emperor each and every moment of his life. But when he mentioned the golden light of the Astronomicon, his voice quivered. When his guests left, he stared at them a long time, his gaze filled with sadness. Oh, he wants to be able... He wants to be able to, but he can't. Is this thing on? Hey! YM, how's it going? Welcome in. We are playing some Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I hope you are having a good evening. Okay, so a burning world. MJ, that's right. You went by MJ. It's been a bit. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? Been playing Rogue Trader, which has been fun so far. We're currently in Act 2, but I believe Act 2 is as long as I want it to be. Okay, so we don't have an Extractium. Smuggler's Cache. Some grenades. And a bunch of stuff to go into the cargo. Playing Megabonk. Oh, I love Megabonk. I streamed a couple of times playing Megabonk. That game is really fun. I've also seen, so I liked Vampire Survivors. So they came out with a new game, Vampire Crawlers, which is like a deck builder dungeon crawler. Which is kind of cool. I haven't played it yet, but I've heard good things. Alright, drifting void ship. People are calling it addictive. Yeah, I'd believe it. Who's your favorite character in Mega Bonk? You have a preferred build? What we got? Has to be Fox. I do like the Fox. I do find the Fox to be very fun. Turn bloody smear on the wall form a malevolent symbol. The blood seems to have been penetrated deep into the metal. Ooh. All sounds of ventilation system create the illusion the ship is breathing like a living and terribly sick creature.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Mad Tech Priest. This is bad, very bad. The Omniscience Grace has forsaken this place and these brethren. The priest whose body is covered in symbols carved into metal and flesh is whispering words of prayer. Oh. Okay, the door is malfunctioning. Also, having your OC as the character in the game is hella sick. Just noticed. Yeah, so the way the game's character creator works, they let you pick portraits, and it's... So they allow you to use a custom portrait, and it's actually really easy to set up. So I just took the default portrait of the character I wanted and just put my face on it, but yeah, pretty cool. Big fan. Cassio, why are you stuck? Oh, you somehow got deselected. Oh, Omnissiah, the hour is upon us. Oh, there's like faces in the metal, too. Very creepy. Pascal, open the door. Small details make it a lot more fun. I agree. I like CRPGs. I don't spam them on my channel because they are very, very long most of the time, but I do enjoy them. Beyond Sanity. Servo Skull gains fellowship and intelligence, suffers no damage from area attacks when hit by a melee attack. It immediately deals mental damage to the attacker. Oh, it's a heretical item. What is this? Plasma coils? Behavior of the Transformers is caused by no common mechanical malfunction. It is possible cause of supernatural behavior. Okay. I would like to get you... Can you disable this? Cut the power. Oh. Oh.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Notable signs of warp activity.
None shall stand in my way.
Anything over here? No. Okay, so we saw like bodies flash for a second there. Okay, yeah, it's just a bunch of creepy descriptions of the area. Oh. Accursed flesh, you betray me. I am drowning in the mire of flesh and sinew, but my spirit longs for the perfection of the machine. Uh-oh. Tech comrade, you are in need of a ritual protocol of repair. We will mend you. Oh, he is mutating. Yes, we will mend you. I see.
About time.
Leaving the Lilithon is a difficult decision, but my path leads me onward, to search for my brothers and sisters. I will make any sacrifice to find them.
In the event that the sacrifice scenario is executed successfully, your body will not perish without purpose, but will be subject to sacred dissection. Rejoice!
Thanks, Pascal. Okay, there is a gas there. Turn on the backup generator.
You don't frighten me!
Get out of the stuff.
The Emperor sets my path.
Get out of it. Okay. Where's the other pressure sensors? Alright, I'll just have him run this way. That's 7, 9, 10. Okay, cool. That removes that. And then we should be able to just turn this back on.
Operation successful.
Oh. Yep, definitely bodies flashing in. Alright, path cleared.
Cast your eye there.
Okay. Take that off.
The Emperor favors me today. Duty
off.
prevails.
All that. Okay, I don't know if there's more. I guess there's more that we have to do.
Victory awaits!
Right? I guess.
Submit and you'll die
Oh.
quickly!
Oh, hey, there we go. Alright, Cassia, I'm gonna put you here. Argenta, I guess we'll put you... There's fine. Put me here, put Pascal here, Ebola here, and then Urilet, you can go... I wish I could have you start up here, but it's fine. I'll just put you here, and we'll have you deal with these guys. Alright, Cassia, so first of all, Ford is up here. Discord server. Yeah, I set up a Discord server. Whenever we hit the goal, because I had 150 people following, so, which was awesome. Very cool. It's still kind of being set up, so it's not perfect, but, you know, work in progress. Okay, whatever.
Isn't
Just
this
use
a job for the serfs?
I don't actually care where this one goes. It's fine. Okay. Not a lot of people can see me. Bunch of servitors. Let me switch to you.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
All right. Just aim at you.
As the Emperor commands, I act is why I was chosen.
Nice.
I'll do it.
Reload. And return.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Good job, Cassia. That one's gonna die on their turn. Melta. So we could do this one. I think we want to
That is
do
not the Emperor's will.
as much of this as we can. Alright, we get another round of combat.
Strike is a
Nice.
prayer.
Ricochet got the kill. Means now we can wildfire. Switch to our Melta weapon. You don't have line of sight, but we don't need it. Switch to this. End the turn. Yearlet, let's just dump a bunch of power into this guy.
If it serves your cause.
Perfect shots.
If I must.
Piercing shot.
I understand.
Got him. The crit damage is great. Big fan. End the turn. The servitors are causing problems. Nice try. Let's flip to here. And then aim for an opening
Trust
on
me.
you.
I shall
Activate
not
this.
fail.
The shadows will see it done.
Our armor pin's not very good. Code of tainted blood. Alright, first of all,
Running binaric override.
let's binary override you. We'll just go ahead and use this on you guys. Then we will
Running
This.
binaric override.
What does this do? Bleed to the target. Okay, that'll work for now.
It's nothing.
Everyone is going for Argenta.
Pain cleanses the body.
Alright. So let's buff ourselves.
Nothing I can't do.
And then buff ourselves
Already done.
further. And then run up and do this. Oh, this might actually cause problems.
Blasphemer!
That's what I thought.
From the ashes.
Why
I will
did every
rise.
attack go to you? This is the worst. Okay. Truly awful. Okay. I think what we need to do is we need to deal with these things. Which means I need Yurlet to have another turn.
If I may,
Shoot that. You don't want a sight, that's okay. Let's do a shot through you guys.
step aside.
Another
The
shot through
navigator
you.
is coming.
See if I can get them all to move this way. Nice. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's try and use this so we don't die. And then we're gonna back up. And
God,
just
Emperor,
kill these
move
guys.
through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Die. Nice. Alright, so we got a regular shot will hit you. This.
Doubt is for the weak.
Do it again.
I refuse. I will not.
Alright, Yurlet, you can't shoot that without hitting my friends. You can hit him. Let's just put everything onto him. Buff on you. And then we will attack you. Oh, not quite. Almost.
If it serves your cause.
Damage is negligible.
Deep analysis. I don't know who you were shooting, but it did not work. This. And
Let your soul
Kill
be
you.
purged. Death is a blessing. Trust
kill
me.
you. Alright, Pascal. Kill this guy. Just put a bunch of debuffs onto you and then let my allies hurt you. Remove armor. We just want to try and disable you. Right. Give ourselves that. I think what we want to do here is let's do this.
You didn't stand a chance.
Okay, we just kill him instantly. I did a lot more damage than I thought it would. Well, I can't get to you. Is there anywhere I can get line of sight on you? Right here. Actually, wait, what am I doing? I can literally just jump to you. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Okay. The only person who had loot?
Follow my lead.
I guess these guys had loot. Alright, there's more stuff in here. Let's try and go in here. Death to the malefactors, death to the desecrators. Alright, let's put you here. I will move in. I guess this is fine. Kibulai, I want you way up in the front. Pascal, same with you. And then Urilet. I kind of want you also at the front. Okay, so none of these locations are actually going to matter. So I'll put them out because they're cheap to put out for the first round.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Alright. So that's bonus damage. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and buff you.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Alright, so we get a regular shot. This will blow this thing up.
Another soul slips beyond the veil.
And then we'll set an attack on this one. And then Cassia, you can shoot. Can you do this? Yeah, let's do that. The stare does a bunch of damage, and then we pass the turn. Alright, let's kill you, or at least start killing you.
No.
Spray blood everywhere.
As honor ordained.
Try and stack up as much damage as we can. free attack
Trust me.
on. Do even more damage. And then I guess we can rewind. Okay. Okay, I think that does put a shield of some kind on them. Yeah, temporary wounds.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
Very rude. Alright. My turn. Let's just go ahead and buff ourselves.
Suits my purposes.
Third run of no soul harvester in sight. Some of my hardest runs were like when I was trying to do the stationary run and then just not getting any of the buffs I need to be able to do nothing. Like some of the runs are so entirely dependent upon what you get. All right, let's warp speed ourselves. Yeah, this gives multiple hits, so let's just do this.
Another clean strike.
Okay. That's a bunch of stacks. Quite addicting RNG monster. Yeah, that's the thing, is that it's also, like, relatively short. So, like, a bad run ends in, like, 10 minutes, usually, or less. So it's very easy to get back into it. Ooh, Pascal, buddy.
Reading damage to bulk.
Yeah, I think Pascal is going to be taking a lot of damage here. Eurolette. Okay, so I think what we want to do here is we just want to mark you and do everything we can to
If it
damage
serves
you.
your cause. I understand your intent.
Nice. And then I guess let's just target that. Yeah, let's just do this. Communion. Analysis. And then do this. Really? They both parried? Oh, you are in trouble, Pascal. Okay, let's just activate this. And then use this. Okay, first shot.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
First shot's free. Let's do this.
This is unacceptable.
And then we'll do this. Fire again. Alright, then we can do this for free. We'll do this. And we'll pass the turn. I guess we'll reload. Why not? Okay. Let's buff Argenta. And then we will give her another turn. So In her additional turn, she gets another one for free. Let's just do this. Nice. And then she gets her regular attack, which... I guess we could do... No, we just want to do this. Excellent. Okay, and then why not? We'll give her a full turn. So we can do this. Can't fail.
Each strike is a prayer.
Can't fail. Make it free.
Escape the Emperor's
Oh, she does so much damage now as she's stacking
I'll
it
do
up.
it.
Let's reload this in case we need it. Shoot that. We could get
As the
another
Emperor
attack.
commands, I act. I refuse.
Die.
Now you avert your eyes.
Okay. Let's just zone of fear right on top of you. Alright, Servitor can't do anything. Ebola, let's have you go this way. Oh, it wasn't actually, it didn't count because it wasn't a regular attack. That's fine, we'll just target you.
Come. The other side awaits.
Alright, that Servitor is dead. As is that guy. I think that's all we can do from here. Alright, that one just dies instantly.
All too easy.
Kill you. Oh, I missed.
Suits my purposes.
Let's just heal you, I guess.
Nothing of value has been lost.
Alright, that's the end of combat. Stub carbines, plasma pistols. No, we don't get those. Like that. Oh.
A new challenge for me.
Hidden door. Secret loot. Provocateur's helmet. I send penalty perception for all attacks made against the wearer and to all enemies in a 2-cell radius. Interesting. Other than that, nothing like super relevant. Oh, we got a pair of gloves. What was that, gloves? Plus 10 weapon skill, plus 5 strength. So we are using 5% damage, 5% critical hit from single shots and deadeye shots. I almost wonder if it's worth taking this for the bonus to weapon skill and strength. Crimson Oblivion, though, I actually might be better off using the augmented gloves instead. Yeah, let's have her try those for a bit. And And then, do I have anything else that goes in there? I don't think she has any tomes or anything that she can wear. He hasn't gotten a necklace that's been useful yet, unfortunately. I've not actually found that many necklaces, to be honest. Okay. Everyone's getting to be a little wounded.
None are better at searching.
Fine.
None shall stand
Nothing
in my
escapes
way.
my sight.
Okay. There's another trap to disarm. Alright. There's definitely going to be enemies in one of these hallways.
We need to investigate.
Let's blast this open. Alright, what's in here?
This explorator is blessed with multi-functionality.
That feels like it was not worth it, because that took a melt-a-charge and potentially would have taken
tolerate weakness.
a thing that could, like, open locks. Is that everything? Did we clear it all? I guess we cleared it all. Did we? Because I turned the thing on and it didn't do anything.
Watch your steps.
Ooh. Okay. Argenta. You.
I will endure.
Alright, well, we at least got everybody else to get rid of their debuffs.
Victory awaits.
The door should be unlocked now. Oh, we have an ad starting soon, so I'm actually gonna take a moment to stand up and stretch my legs, so I will be back. Be back in like 3 minutes. All right, we're back. Now, let's do our level up, shall we? So we get another talent. This is a regular talent, but I don't think we have any specific perks that we need from this. Which damage time effect first time in combat that do 100% bonus damage. Okay. Okay, so we get bleeding, burning, and toxin. Then it does 30% more overall. I think we just do that because we're passively going to apply. Let's see, where was it? We passively apply bleeding and toxin by default. And then I believe we also have a thing where we apply burning as well. But yeah, that's just all of our damage over time does more damage, basically. Okay, so let's see. Broad expertise, still only okay. 5+ number of verse stacks to crit damage. Yeah, I think we do critical versatility next for more crit damage. Strategist, once again, I don't care about the actual strategist things. I just want the other stuff. Under my protection would be pretty good. I mean, our perception is better, but not by much. So I don't actually think that that's that necessary. Let's take the course untraveled. Alright, Kibala. You... Single target attack reduces armor by 10%. Each use of aim for the opening on the same target reduces their dodge and dodge reduction by 10%. Yeah, I think reducing dodge is probably better. And then Pascal. I don't think you're even doing that many crits. Let's just give you gruesome kill. So if you kill something, things have less agility. And then you can have... Enemy is killed by a crit. Yeah, Hunting Surge is probably the way to go for you. We actually have you doing crits. The middle-looking door blocks the way into the next module. It is covered in scratches as if someone clawed at the cold metal for a very, very long time. The door does not respond to your touch and stands fast, refusing to open. The writing above the doorway reads Main Computing Cathedral. The tech priest blesses himself with a protective symbol, his hand visibly shaking. Shield us, O machine god, from the evil that has taken hold of your temple. Save us, preserve us from the corruption, show us the way. The sacred metal that bars our path is weakened. Let us appeal to the machine spirit of one of the generators so the metal may drink from its blessed energies. There should be one hidden somewhere in this module. Are you alright? My true flesh resonates with the machines in this abode. Their pain and madness interfere with the workings of my cranial circuitry and cybermental, suboptimal but surmountable. Further conversing is unproductive. The will of the Omnissiah has brought us to these doors. Thus our task is clear. Search for a way to proceed beyond so we can discover a means of cleansing these halls. Let's inspect the door mechanism. The door and the entire adjacent section of the bay have no power. There must be a backup generator somewhere nearby. Once you turn it on, you should be able to proceed. Oh, restore the power. We already did that. Hey guys. How's it going? Magos Tiberius Mala. The air in the room is permeated by a wild mixture of miasmas of both mechanical and biological origin. Blood, rust, vomit, machine oil, excrement, kerosene, all these smells blend together in such a thick stench that it almost feels palpable. Just as the air here is one mad tangle of odors, the device in front of you is a mishmash of wriggling wires and transplanted fragments. In all the cluster, one can almost miss the main component, a heavily augmented man whose upper body is embedded into the frame of the machine, dozens of wires piercing his flesh. Yurlit's keen eye is the first to make out the human being amidst the jumble of wires. She stiffens in shock and disgust. A crust of congealed blood and other bodily fluids covers the man's entire body, but his eyes are open and his gaze is keen. His gaze is turned to you, devoid of surprise or deference. Who are you, disturbing the peace of holy martyrs in the home of our grief? What do you want? So we could be dogmatic here. The symbols your brethrens protect themselves with are symbols of chaos. Your knowledge is lacking, Invader. Those are secret holy symbols imparted to us by the Omnissiah. How else will my tech comrades have survived if not for their protection? So many of us were devoured by evil. He falls silent as if lost in thought. Yeah, let's do persuasion. Wake up, all the signs are clear as day. You and your brethren have fallen prey to the forces of chaos and you don't even realize it. The man's eyes clear for a moment. They still lack understanding, but there's a hint of surprise. He slowly looks around the room as the ecstatic priest at his own mangled body. His vox hisses as if he is struggling to say something. Suddenly, the mingled stench in the room is drowned out by the sharp, piercing smell of ozone and grease. You sense that the nauseating atmosphere that prevailed in that room has condensed into a single point of evil in the depths of the ship and is now hurtling towards you. Oh, hello. Is this our first Hell engine? I think so.
Take a knee.
Ooh, that thing is unsettling. Cassia. Tell you what. You just move over here and get to safety. Yurlit, you too. Argenta, I will have you over here. Pascal, you can be here. And then I will be here. People where you are is fine. Alright, Cassia, so first things first, let's do
accustomed to being
This.
ordered around.
And then before we move around, put the front lines here. Put the back lines over here.
If I may.
And put the rear over here. Alright, we'll stare at you guys. And then we will give you a
Isn't this a
turn.
job for the serfs?
Okay, so this does not get marked with any weaknesses. Does not look like it. Can I flip to here?
Death is a blessing.
Okay. That's fine.
My blade whispers your name.
Oh! Okay, it shoots every time it takes damage. Great. Good to know. How's this gonna go? Okay, so that didn't work on that. It really wants to shoot her, like, really bad. Does this do anything? Kind of.
As honor ordained. Come, the other side.
Alright, so she can
awaits.
kill the Forge Fiend in one round. Pretty nice.
The shadows will.
Good enough. I guess we'll just do this. Insta kill you. Turn there. That was a lot less dangerous than I thought it would be because we were able to just kill the Forge Fiend instantly. Let's stand here. And hopefully not get jostled around this time.
If I must.
We'll definitely mark both of these guys.
If it serves your cause.
This. This.
I hear you moving.
One
no
kill.
more.
2 kills. And that's it? Didn't even have a full combat thing? The man's mutilated body is racked by wave after wave of convulsions. Evil. That was evil incarnate. Evil. The corruption that watches us day and night. Suddenly, the man raises his head and looks you straight in the eye. You have banished the evil. You tried to warn me, but I was deaf. The ship, Yavagama, it followed us from there. Is that where your ship is from, Yavagama? Yes, the man whispers. The ship and the planet, the traitors among our brethren, tormenting the sacred mechanisms, letting corruption into their systems. They turned that which is holy into the unholy. And they set these new twisted machines on us, their tech comrades. We managed to flee, but one of the monsters found its way onto the ship. A tear appears at the corner of his eye. He thrashes frantically at the mess of wires piercing his body. We fought. We cut off one module after another, as one cuts away rotting flesh, but it followed. Its invisible influence, the corruption it exuded, it claimed us one by one. The crew were merely humans of flesh and blood. They were so weak they succumbed so easily. We could not save them from evil, and so we gave the ship to the darkness among the stars. But the darkness came for us too, in this last module where we intended to make our last stand. Then I sacrificed myself. I became a filter, a stopper against the corruption emanating from the machine. I succumbed. The corruption came for our souls, the corruption of Kiavagama. Traitors. With the last of his efforts, he rasped. The fabricator censor. It all started with him. He was the one who let this taint into the sacred code. He was the one who doomed our brethren. He was the one who spawned the steel monstrosities in the furnace of our planet. Rest in peace. You'll be avenged. I was a part of the great force that drives the universe. I do not fear the cold of death. A wheezing breath escapes the man's chest, then his eyes close. Ooh, he has a heretic thing. And then something that gives us a bonus to Medicaid. That stuff can all go to the cargo. Also go to the cargo. Lore warp.
I did fine.
The empty shell of a daemon engine. It was this creation, a horrifying mix of real space technologies and the deranged powers of the warp, that disrupted the ship's subsystems and twisted the tech priest's minds. Alright, well. That's all that. Back to the ship. Okay. Routes. Let's see. I really want to go here, but I literally can't. Let's go this way. Another watch aboard the void ship has come to an end. The Lord Captain, having given his final orders for the day, retired to his chambers for some divine rest. However, the rogue trader's slumber was disturbed by horrific nightmares plaguing his mind. Fate wrenched the Lord Captain out of the clutches of these agonizing warp dreams, only for him to witness the nightmares seeping through the flimsy membrane of the Geller field and taking physical shape in the ship's sanctorum to battle. Okay. Am I alone?
I'll purge you from existence!
Embrace it. Embrace excess. Spurn monotony. Give in to sensation.
I see.
Protect me.
Look out.
All right. Give ourselves some buffs here, because we're gonna need them.
Not a problem for me.
Okay, so we can do that, or we could do that. I think we do this.
To the brink of agony.
All right, that's one down.
I can handle this.
What do we have to deal with?
Oh, Emperor, protect me. Don't touch me.
Let's just speed it up.
Quick, quick!
Oh, okay. We do get some reinforcements.
Embrace it.
Okay. We're gonna get an
Guided
attack
by
from you,
faith.
but that's fine.
I'll do it.
Let's do this.
I will not. Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak.
Die.
I'll do it.
Minds exist only to be broken.
This way!
Emperor, protect me.
Truly, they're having a hard time.
Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
My soul sings in ecstasy.
Suits my purpose. You didn't stand a chance.
Darn. Not quite in range to do more. Oh, I guess we could do this.
Nothing of value has been lost. Opposing me was your biggest mistake. I'll bring glory to my bloodline.
Nice. Oh, we missed. Rip. Not in range to do anything else with you. Just slowly leap our way towards the demonette.
You didn't stand a chance.
Good lord, we do so much damage. Are there any more over here? No, so let's rewind. Which will get us to over here. Just flip to here. And then we will finally pass the turn.
Emperor, protect me.
I appreciate the assistance, but you guys are probably not going to be able to do much here. I guess you can technically hit, because you can't miss. Die. Yeah, the Lord Captain kind of just did most of that himself, to be honest. Alright, let's get out of here. Brutal. Alright, let's go this way. You are colony management? Oh yeah, okay, we can do that. Okay, so we have new thing for Foulstone. Okay, so we can pick these other things. So this would cost us our adamantine, plasteel, and phlogiston. We would gain Drusian rep. And we would gain complacency across all of our colonies. Alternatively, Hallowed Railway. High profit factor, we can gain efficiency, and we can gain Shield of Faith on the prowl. Okay, I think... You read these other ones. Your lordship, Janus is reporting about a disaster. Ghostly Xenos figures that appear at dusk and go away at dawn. In a ravenous swarm, they attack one agricultural facility each night, freezing everything they touch. The attacks take place at the complexes closest to the uncontrolled sector of the planet, where nature itself is turned against us. Okay, so we gained chemicals. So we can gain a mysterious sliver. When we use a psychic power, we gain plus 16% to all psychic power damage till the next turn, but we lose everything else. What do you know about these rays from spawning them? Yeah, so what do we know about them? Not much. They are incorporeal and difficult to discern, but they happen to have Eldari features. The spirits draw the warmth out of humans, plants, and inanimate objects. But it seems they do not hunt consciously, but rather they simply do not notice anything in their way. At dawn, they dissolve into mist. The rays also differ among themselves. Some are as dark as the void, others shine like the stars in the night sky. What think my advisors? When dealing with Xenos, one should be prepared for the manifestations of all sorts of ominous mysteries. There is a whole caste of specialists among the cold traders who use rituals to expel spirits from Xeno artifacts. Perhaps we should ask these Xeno whisperers. After certain events on board, I became interested in ghosts. I bought a book on footfall, an illegal one of course, that describes a so-called ritual of silence. It's said to be able to pacify violent spirits on the scale of an entire world, but I can't vouch for the safety of this ritual. Instead of relying on wicked ways to solve these problems, it would be better to turn to our good priests. They are skilled exorcists in the ecclesiarchy, who would know how to drive out these spirits. Okay, so we can gain a spirit drape. Non-attack psychic powers cost 1 AP less during the first turn. Okay. Adira, we would get Strange Shard but lose security. Argento, we would get the Mysterious Shard. Oh, Mysterious Sliver versus Strange Shard. Using a major power increases psychic damage. Or we can get Lore, Warp, and Xenos at the cost of security. So basically the choice is complacency or security, or we can do neither and just get this. Non-attack psychic powers cost minus 1 AP less during the wearer's first turn. Let's do that. Jay, find your Xeno Whispers and have them exercise the spirits. Oh, but we paid a profit factor for it. I guess that's fine. Of course, Sherry. Jay Hadari has friends everywhere. A group of suspicious characters covered in talismans arrived on Genos. After seeing the dance of the ghost firsthand, they conferred and then made a short trip into the jungle. They later returned, their numbers diminished, loaded with ancient Eldari obelisks stolen from the ruins. Locals have called the obelisk installed in the Agra complex as a blessed miracle. The energy resonance of the obelisk has formed intangible domes providing shelter against the wraiths. Okay, so we gained a profit factor, but we did pay one to get a different result. We have Cure for Sloth. Oh, but that's heretical. No, absolutely not. Yeah, this one we don't have the reputation for the other ones, so we don't have to worry about that. Dargonis. We got more dogmatic. We don't need that. Genetic Mercy. Oh, okay, so we can actually do Doctrine of Rationality and Genetic Mercy. I mean, if that's the case, then yeah. Genetic Purchase must stop. That'll give us more people, and then it'll also give us some other bonuses. We don't have the Navy reputation yet for what we want there. Okay, well in this case, I guess I'm okay with taking the Hallowed Railway. All right. We could go this way. it's unsafe. Yeah, we need to actually go to a few locations. The clan servicing the Void Shield arrays petitioned the Lord Captain for aid. Compartments were becoming overrun with putrescent fungal corruption. Mycelium claimed one chamber after another. The thick black spores poisoned the Rogue Trader's servants, causing their eyes to burst and their veins to swell until their skin ruptured. The clan was issued reinforced unirobes and gas masks so they could keep working while the soldiers burned away the infection. By the God Emperor's grace, no perils of the war prevented the vessel from returning to real space. Okay. Scan a few things. A blank arid world. World. What's on the void ship? Lord Captain, the Augurs cannot determine who the ship we approach belongs to, but the telemetry clearly reveals it is an Imperial vessel. The hull is badly damaged, but there is an air of some of the chambers. There's air in some of the chambers, which means that they are hermetically sealed. What are your orders concerning discovery? Send out the order to prepare my troops for boarding. I will personally take part in the exploratory expedition. Cinerus Maleficum. Location Agathis Arcades. Extract from an unofficial news sheet. Window of the bridge distributed on the middle decks. Recorded by unknown. We who walk down the same passageways in the same bays day after day. We who are born, live and die to the hum of the ship's machines. We forever hunger for the smallest glimpse of another life. And for a chance to see the heroes who tirelessly fight for us and for the glory of the Imperium. Let's have a tale about the Lord Captain, by the will of the Emperor, the guardian and commander of every good and honest soul upon this void ship, and the time he boarded a vessel named the Fireborn. Like a dead whale cast ashore by the inexorable force of the swell, the wrecked vessel was a confronting sight for its unwitting visitors. Some bays still retain an atmosphere, but there was no life anywhere. The ship was dead, its machine spirits dissipated in the darkness of the space. It was just the husk left, and the Rogue Trader's crew were to become scavengers swarming the carcass of a fallen Leviathan. Our Lord Captain oversaw the expedition personally. He decided to train the penetrating gaze of the Augur arrays on the damaged ship. The Augur's keen eyes scanned the eerie vessel, identifying the void ship was gravely damaged and was in the process of final erosion. There was very little time to explore it. 3 sectors seemed the least damaged: the bridge, the middle crew deck, and the service bay. After exchanging a series of trills and warbles in their mysterious and ancient language, the tech priest responsible for the Augurs reported to the Lord Captain that they had glimpsed signs of valuable components in operation in the service bay. The Lord Captain's next step was to have Adira Tlas feel out of course. An unholy psyker she may be, but even souls as dark as hers submit to the Lord Captain's will. With hostile eyes upon her, she sank into a trance. When she resurfaced, she reported that the ship had been a victim of the warp. The bridge had suffered worst of all. It was the section that provoked the greatest anxiety and trepidation in the psyker. The service bay was the least damaged section, though Adira spoke of it with no particular interest. Okay, let's turn attention to the scouts awaiting orders. The captain had to decide which of the 3 teams he would lead, and which 2 would be entrusted to their officers. Let there be known the names of those honest people who stood before our rogue trader in that moment. The taciturn engraved Young-Ho Son, whose word was firm as his handshake. Captain Vesti, whose jokes will be remembered by everyone in decks 3 to 5. Captain Matina, the senior officer of the 3rd unit, known to many as Grey Matina. She'd been leading units back when the current crop of scouts were snot-nosed kids. No one on deck was in any doubt that navigating inside the wrecked ship would be difficult. The units would be separated by kilometers of twisted metal, dead modules devoid of atmosphere, collapsed passageways, and hull breaches the size of a house. The only thing connecting the brave teams would be the delicate thread of the Vox link. And so after weighing up the options, the Lord Captain chose to go with... Let's go with Grey Matina. From here on, we will relate the events based on what we learned from witnesses, the people who accompanied the Lord Captain on the tour of the Dread's ship. The shuttles started up one after another and dispersed, each heading for its selected target. An hour spent on cutting through the hull in the freezing vacuum of space, a fussy boarding, and then finally, the rogue trader stepped onto the cold, dark deck of the dead ship. The light of the torches revealed a sign in the gloom, Fireborn. After a minute-long exchange with the Voxmaster, who quickly checked the archives, it was established that the dead vessel was that of Captain Nova Von Dane, registered at Kiava Gamma Port. Grey Matina said a prayer appropriate for the situation. Then she looked expectantly at the Lord Captain, who waited for orders. Let's go with the Imperium option. Knowing the typical layout of service bays, Lord Captain directed scouts to where the valuable components would be found. The Lord Captain's assessments proved to be correct. After a thorough search, the scouts found undamaged components and marked them for later dismantling. Sounds crackled from the Vox speakers, and a light on the casing switched on, signaling a message coming in on the from the first unit's frequency. Then a young Ho Son calmly reported that his unit was making satisfactory progress towards the ship's bridge. This was followed by a message from the second unit, which was on the crew deck. The Vox speakers crackled, preparing to connect with the unit's commander, Captain Vesti. The words that came through sounded muffled, as though the person on the other end wasn't speaking directly to the Vox, but accidentally pressed the transmit button while occupied with something else. Never seen anything like it. It's beautiful. Hold on. Wait, is it moving? The pale-faced Captain Matina barked out a stream of orders telling the unit to close the ranks around the rogue trader, prepare for trouble, but then the yelling from the Vox turned to a laughter. Ha! Got you, old girl, boomed a voice from the speaker. It belonged to Captain Vesti, the commander of the unit, exploring the middle deck. Don't panic, we're all good here, not a thing to report. I hope where you are is just as uneventful. White with anger, Matina turned to the rogue trader. Captain Vesti has a unique sense of humor. I strongly suggest that your lordship take him in hand. The Lord Captain diffused the conflict brewing between the two commanders and requested a report from Captain Vesti on his unit's progress. Captain Vesti reported that his unit's foray had so far proceeded without incident, mystical or otherwise. They'd found no survivors from the ship's crew, or bodies for that matter. However, the unit had encountered a problem. The passage leading to the deck section with the arsenal and storage depot was seriously damaged, especially the power cables. Proceeding further could be dangerous. Using high logic, after consulting his officers, the Lord Captain issued new orders for Vesti's unit. Vesti's unit headed off to carry out their orders, while the rogue trainer's team continued on. Fortune smiled on the unit this time. Grey Matina, having trusted her instinct and experience, chose to return to the shuttle via an alternate route. In one of the dark passages, the team discovered a modest but untouched trove of cargo from Kiava Gamma. The voice of Young Ho reached the Lord Captain's ears once again. The first unit's captain soberly reported that his people were proceeding to the bridge. The ensuing deathly silence alerted the Lord Captain that something was wrong. Following the gaze of his team, he saw that the unit's dispatcher, who was carrying a large Voxcaster with the antenna and transmitter, was lagging far behind the rest of the group. And the transmission indicator was dark. There were no incoming messages. Even if there had been, Son's voice couldn't have sounded so close as if the dispatcher or Son himself were standing right next to the rogue trader. Son here, Unit 1 proceeding to the bridge, said the voice again. Now it seemed to be coming from all sides, drawing in from the left and the right. We're under the deck and even from among the mess of cables overhead. Okay, so using our knowledge of the warp, the Lord Captain tried to build a dam against the fear, drawing upon logic and his knowledge of the monstrous apparitions of chaos. Lord Captain managed not only to maintain his self-control, but also to keep the terrified unit from veering into outright panic. Led by the rogue trader, the scouts hurriedly retreated to the shuttle, pursued by their comrade's disembodied voice, which continued to repeat the brief message. After returning to the shuttle, Deckard received reports about Fireborn's status. The tech priests who relentlessly pierced the wreckage with the auger's gaze insisted on curtailing the operation as soon as possible, fearing imminent destruction. There were also reports from the other two units. The second unit had succeeded in moving through the danger zone and had returned to the shuttle with a valuable payload taken from the dead ship's stores. Augers in the Vox system proved equally useless. The first unit, which had been exploring the bridge, had vanished without a trace, almost as if the dead ship had swallowed them whole. The scouts and their commander, Young Ho Sun, had simply vanished, joining the thousands of crew members lost aboard the Fireborn. The units assembled at the shuttles, and the Lord Captain gave the final order of this grim expedition. We should probably just destroy the ship in case anyone else gets near it. Fire upon the cursed ship with the long-range weapons batteries. After returning to the bridge of his ship, the road trader cast a final glance at the endless blackness and the shell of the Fireborn that lurked within it. In that moment, the ship's weapon batteries roared into life, lighting up the darkness with a barrage of fire. And the sad, cursed vessel was soon turned into a brilliant mass of molten metal and plasma, for that which is born in fire should also perish in fire. Excellent. Scan. The rings. The giant rings on this planet's surface can be observed even from orbit. Let's examine them. It has emerged that this planet has a native species of giant insect similar to Terran ants. Just like ants, they sometimes form so-called death spirals, in which one creature follows another without realizing they're going in circles. These were the rings discovered by the ship's observers. The strange phenomenon that was originally suspected to be a sign of warp activity or nefarious xeno structure turned out to be a quirk of nature, a tragic one at that. I do see a Hulk over there. Provisions, but we don't have any extractiums. Let's check out the Hulk. The augurs have detected wreckage in the void ship's vicinity, but the exact nature of this wreckage remains unclear. Okay. Never mind. Check something on the screen. All right, so we have a little bit to get around. During the warp voyage, the Middle Decks reported strange gatherings that were attracting dozens of officers. An investigation quickly bore fruit. One of the acolytes from the Augur Deck has proclaimed himself a prophet and is rambling about purification by blessed fire. Only the perilous influence of the warp can explain the strange conviction and uncanny zeal of this person. Let's put the cult under surveillance for now. Spies reported that the cult gatherings were hardly worth investigating. They were nothing but long conversations punctuated with people searing their palms over an open flame. The surveillance was maintained until the end of the warp journey, after which the newly born prophet simply forgot about his calling, stopped giving sermons, and dismissed his congregation. Okay. Good to know. Let's upgrade it to unsafe. The vessel's confessors report discontent among their flock. During the traditional sermon before departure, a ritual chandelier's 100 candles were snuffed out at once. The missionaries attribute this incident to an open ventilation shaft, but the voidsmen noticed it and are whispering about an ill omen, fearing the woes that may soon come. Sanctify all chambers of the void ship one more time. The holy procession, in full accordance with the ecclesiarchy's liturgical canon, rekindled the faith in the voidsmen's hearts and renewed their belief in the God Emperor's benevolent power. The whispers subsided, and the crew is ready to face the potential dangers with courage and fervor. Alright. We have yet another Eldari survivor to find. There's a space battle here. A violent battle is unfolding before the road trader's eyes. Patrol ships from the Corda fleet are tearing apart two small Eldari vessels. Once they are finished with them, the void ships give chase after the third, already damaged vessel, clearly with the intention of destroying it as well. Seeing the last ship's impending death, Yurlet calls up the Lord Captain, her voice trembling slightly. Only the Lord Chair's intervention can save her kin from massacre. Send a message to the Incendia Quarter's fleet, ordering them to stop the battle. The Voxmaster relays the Lord Captain's demand to stop the battle, and soon returns with a reply. According to the Quarter ship, this group of Xenos are malicious criminals. They're guilty of raiding the system's plans and robbing merchant vessels. Incendia Quarter's void ships are intent on performing their duty before the Emperor and exterminating the Xenos. Yurlet sullenly watches the unfolding chase through the stained glass windows of the captain's bridge. She grimly concedes that no crime should go unpunished, except her kin were flying transport vessels. It would have been impossible for them to rob a ship, let alone launch a planetary raid. Vessels such as theirs simply lack the firepower to do so. The Monkey are lying. Let's analyze the Xeno ship. Despite the presence of some weaponry, the Xeno ship is more likely meant for transporting cargo or the Xenos themselves rather than direct combat. Let's ask for proof of the Xenos transgressions. The patrol captain reluctantly admits that there is no conclusive proof the system is sometimes the target of pirate raids. However, this changes nothing, for his servants have no mercy for the enemies of humanity. Well, we'll try. Demand that they cease fire immediately. The Quarter Dynasty Patrol will defend the Protectorate's borders, be it from invading Xenos or from the threat of another rogue trader. Prepare for battle. Alright, well, we tried. Alright. So now a torpedo here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this.
Set the course.
Okay. They put out a torpedo. Try to kill you?
Annihilate them!
Let's do this. Not quite. Oh, we can maybe extend the range. That might work. Oh, that did not work, unfortunately. That's fine. We'll just do starboard.
unfaithful foe.
Alright, this one's gonna turn around. Alright, can we actually get a ram this time? Alright, so if we want a ram, we have to do it here. Unless... no.
This one's going down.
Just keep firing.
Unleash our vengeful salvo!
This way. Die. Darn, I was hoping that would actually explode.
Macro cannon, volley! Leave the hull strewn across the stars!
There we go. Easy. We'll do the upgrade once we get past this, because there might be... yeah, that's what I thought. By Lord Captain's order, House Quarter's ships have been annihilated. Meanwhile, the wounded Xeno ship is rapidly distancing itself from the recent battlefield, attempting to hide in the shadow of the nearest world. Every attempt to contact it is met with frustration. The Voxmaster reports that the vessel is in deplorable condition. Who knows how much more the Xeno technology can endure before the irreparable happens. Ooh, her persuasion's awful. The Eldari are too scared and resentful of the Moncave for the recent deaths of their kin to answer incoming hails. Despite this, Yurla is certain that she can convince them to cooperate with the Ilantok if she is allowed to speak with them. You can try. Yurla appeals to her kin's wisdom, but the words of the outcast cannot make them trust Moncave. The pain of loss fills the Eldari hearts. Only recently the humans destroyed 2 vessels of the chosen Assyrian, and now they offer aid. Worse, they offer aid through the mouth of their captive sister. No, the Eldari will not fall for this trick. Trying to outpace the pursuit of the next Moncave vessel, the Eldari overload their void ship's drives. One of the damaged engines is unable to bear the strain. Before the eyes of 100 officers, the Xeno ship flashes of fiery light blue through stained glass windows as thousands of tiny shards disperse across the system. The rich officers openly rejoice, offering prayers to the Emperor. Today the Expanse is cleansed of more filth, the enemies of humanity. What is this, if not his providence? And only the thin figure of the Eldari stands motionless against the backdrop of the intricate stained glass windows. Wow. Mixing up words so much. Mourning the fallen in solemn silence. Once the pain in Yurla's soul is numbed, she turns to the Lord Captain and nods, a short gesture of gratitude for their attempt to save those who could hardly be saved. Sometime after, Yurla comes to the Lord Captain, haggard but still holding on to hope. She says that she came aboard the Moncave vessel and set off into the darkness in hopes of finding her kin, but found only corpses slaughtered by humanity's hatred. And though she and the Lord Captain were not always in agreement, the Elantok still tried to lend her a helping hand. In gratitude, as she promised, she shares the coordinates of her kin's cache. Well, we tried. The mirror. This planet is devoid of even the most primitive forms of life. However, the crew has made quite a strange discovery. A mirror lying right in the center of a huge crater. A completely ordinary mirror in a frame, by all appearances, in pristine condition. I do not trust that. That seems very much evil. Hmm. Hmm. I am just going to destroy it. The crew blasts the crater, raising a cloud of dust that blocks the auger array, confirming the mirror's destruction is impossible for the time being, but it could not have survived such a powerful explosion. Definitely not. Horrifying. Let's go check out this Hulk. A vigilant member of the auger crew has detected a small Xenos vessel drifting through the void. The ship is unpowered and shows no signs of being crewed. Send out a boarding shuttle. The squad boarded the vessel without issue. Corrosion has laid waste to the ship's systems, which led to the death of the entire crew. The interior is full of Eldari corpses. No weapons were found on board, and the dead Xenos, judging by their clothing, were not part of any warrior caste, merely the crew of the now defunct ship. The Xenosuit claims to have recognized the symbols on the dead Eldari's clothes. They were civilian refugees from Krathveld Kruderok. Okay. This, then we'll fly into the unknown system. Or unknown ships. Plasteel. Okay, so we should repair our hull. And then we also did get a level up that we haven't used yet. Let's see. Flagship launches a boarding party to infiltrate the ship, starting internal fires to cause engine damage. Attacks that target random enemies. Yeah, let's do all hands on deck. And then... maximum overdrive. Okay, I think we're in a good position. And then we could use scrap to upgrade this. The new heading. Which just lowers the cooldown. Okay. Let's save and let's fly into the combat. Alright, so the Drukhari blocks some of our post abilities. That's fine.
Them. Fire the lance batteries.
Just do what we can to do as much damage as possible.
Annihilate them. The time has come.
Nope, didn't actually hurt that much. Let's do the starboard side.
Another salvo!
Let's do even more damage. Release torpedoes here.
Locked!
Let's go ahead and charge at you.
Bleed them!
Let's do the port side.
Lay in the course.
Okay, so they use their torpedoes to detonate my torpedoes. Yet more torpedoes.
Fire right now! Fire the launch batteries!
Alright. Use focused efforts. Master Cannoneer. I don't know if you're going to be able to get your torpedoes over there in time. Do interceptors. Let's go ahead and warp. Let's do a flip around. We end. Interceptors, let's just get close and just start doing whatever damage we can. Go this way. The torpedo going this way. So far, so good. Alright, directly into this guy.
Target destruction confirmed. Praise the old Messiah.
Easy enough. Barely a scratch. Alright. Start new routes. So Kronok is the one for Kiava Gamma. I really want to get there, but I don't know if I can. also go to here. Go this way. There was a commotion on lower decks. The chief mutant hunter, who was responsible for eliminating heresy in the hold of the void ship, went mad due to the perilous influence of the warp. The officer climbed the parapet above the central accelerator complex and threatened to jump unless the entire crew immediately submitted to a rigorous examination to uncover physical deformities and unholy perversions. After calculating the time and financial cost of the inspections of thousands upon thousands of crew members and consulting the tech priests about the danger of foreign materials getting into the intake of the accelerator complex, the deranged mutant hunter was graciously allowed to proceed with ending his life in the desired manner. The Immaterium released us from its grip this time. What do we got? Okay, this is basically just a connection to Karnak. Okay, so we have Promethium. We have a lot of Promethium, but we do not have an Extractium. Okay, Hive City. The Santiel's pride hives are oozing noxious haze veined with sulfurous streaks, the Promethium fumes from the gigantic distilling cauldrons located beyond the temperature shields. Vast, endless deadlands littered with the spots of Promethium stations and refineries separate the colossi of Rockcrete and Adamantine with its crown of gargantuan spires. The heat of this system's star has turned this world into a boiling but lucrative gland within the body of the House Corda Protectorate. It's hard to tell what's more impressive, the grotesque grandeur of this place or its extreme toxicity. There's one planet in the system. Okay. Cheap adamantine, otherwise not much. Good enough for me. So we could try and go this way, but I don't know if that's gonna be a good idea yet. Oh, the cache is so far away. A scheduled service in the ship's chapel was interrupted in the most profane manner. The image of saints and martyrs depicted on the altarpiece started to move and step down from the canvas. The congregation was filled with terror and dozens have perished in the stampede. The illusion disappeared on its own, but it claimed several priests and altar attendants. It said their frenzied shriek can still be heard echoing under the vaults of the chapel during prayer. Well, I mean, we did still leave the Immaterium, though. So we could chart a deadly course here, but we couldn't get anywhere else. Just keep traveling around. The clan servicing the Void Shield arrays petitioned the Lord Captain for aid. Oh wait, no, we already did this. That one we've already seen before. This way. The warp jump was a success, but the Foxmaster reported the following incident. Beautiful blossoming vines had covered the deck and bulkheads in loading bay 6. 2 workers had bent down to take a better look at the flowers, and the vines had devoured their faces before strangling them. The bay has been sealed and then purged. We've been released from the grips of the Immaterium this time. This looks like it's a dead end. Okay, so nothing on the Death World. Some plasteel, but nothing else. warp gate. Just XP. Alright, what's this warp gate? Lord Captain, we're passing by a construct marked on the star charts as a dimensional gate. Our augurs are not showing any suspicious energy readings. The device is dormant, thank the Emperor. I wish to study it. Lord Captain, I would advise against approaching the gate. The Inquisition has declared the entire area around it off limits and packed it with mines. Our augurs won't be able to detect them. What is it? An ancient Xeno artifact, older than humanity itself. Judging by its design, this is a gate leading somewhere. Possibly straight into the wicked abyss of the warp, considering all the nasty shit that used to roam around here. Many captains, Her Ladyship Theodora included, have tried to reveal its secrets, but it seems no one can figure out how it works. Good for them, if you ask me. I see. Report received. Ignore it for now. We will want to use it later. Alright, let's go address the enemies of humanity. Okay, there's a couple of enemies here. Very rude. Torpedoes.
Another salvo!
Die. There we go.
This one's going down.
Okay, there we go. I didn't mean to use that and then immediately not get to use it. I guess this will be good enough. Oh, I should have defined where the shield was better. Oh well. Cruiser's coming around. Alright, so let's do the torpedoes. Just have them self-destruct on you. There we go.
Onward!
Kaboom!
We are vulnerable.
Starboard side, I guess. There we go. Kill you, hopefully. Hmm. Guess we'll just do it in the front. I know we already defined it.
Fire the last batteries.
Get him. Die.
Fade into nothing.
Oh, I didn't realize that was the cruiser. I just thought that was another random ship. Easy enough. Galleon ceramite void ship plating. So we reduce 7 damage on port and starboard and 3 damage on fore and aft. I see. Okay, well that's all the scans in this area. Alright, we're gonna travel back this way because we have a couple things we have to do over here. In the middle of a warp jump, our sensors detected an approaching void ship, similar to ours in size but of greater tonnage. The unidentified vessel did not respond to our hails and kept its course approaching us at high speed. Try to avoid the collision. The unplanned maneuver was completed without any casualties or damage. The unidentified vessel, or perhaps it was a warp barrage, passed us by and made no attempts to follow us. Nice. Okay, here we go. Maybe make the route dangerous. Or unsafe, rather. You visit this system. Pick the destroyed ship first. Oh, just some loot. Not bad. Xenotech. I see. Here as well. We're completed bit by bit. Machine Cult members constructed a remarkable mechanism from the discovered Archaeo components, an interstellar compass that points the way to the heart of the expanse. When the servants of the Omnissiah assembled the parts of this ancient mechanism, quiet clicks sounded from within the cog, stirring into motion. Metal plates of the Archaeotech compass started releasing a cascade of gold rays. A hololithic projection shines between the rays, a model of the star system Mu-Ro 79. Noticing a lot of blue repeatedly. Ooh. What are we actually doing on scrap? Oh, we're fine on scrap. We're doing great. All right. Normally, I would try and push for another 2 hours or so in the stream. However, I'm feeling very tired tonight. I do not know what's up with that. So, I'm going to call it early, and we're going to continue this Thursday. I believe we should be making more progress Thursday, as we've done the Eldari stuff, which means that now we just have to do a little bit of the investigations and then go back to our, is it Kiata Gamma? Where the Mechanicus appears to have gone a little bit awry, shall we say. I don't think that they were tampering with things that they should have been, at least based on the one ship that we encountered. Alright. But until then, thank you for joining me. Have a good evening. Have a good day. Have a good night.